Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that's a little bit more existential, so things are going to get a little bit more serious if that makes sense. I was thinking about this during lunch and I was like, you know what? We have to talk about this. It's a little bit weird, but I mean it's not weird, it's just too existential, but I needed to I've never talked about anything so serious, but I'm going to talk about it. So, I have a friend who a few months ago was feeling a little bit existentially sad, if that makes sense. Like she was in a bit of a depressive state, and I asked her why that was, and she said, okay, so I'm 21 and she's 22, and she told me that she was scared of turning 30. Like she was scared that one day she was going to be 30 and and she was going to be like old and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like she didn't want to turn 30, She I think we all know about like the crisis of the 30s or the 30s crisis or the midlife crisis, but I think the midlife crisis is at 40, 50, but I think it's 50, right? Because people can die at 100 now. Anyway, so, I mean, obviously 30 sounds like a lot, you know what I mean? Because, like, I remember when my friends and I turned 20, it's like, oh my God, 20, you know what I mean? Like, we're not teenagers anymore. We are full blown adults, you know what I mean? I mean, we're still kids and we're still kind of idiots. Like, we don't have everything figured out. Not everybody has everything figured out, but sorry. Like I said, I just had lunch. But anyway, so what I was going to say is that 20 sounds like, okay, it sounds like something, but you're still young, right? You're in your 20s, right? But turning 30 sounds like, oh my God, like I'm 30 something. And I don't know, in today's society, when you're 30 something, that's when you begin to, have your life a little bit stabilized in the sense of like, you settle down, you probably bought a house or you're buying a house, and then you get married, you have kids. Like these things happen more often in your 30s. And she was scared about these things. And honestly, I was also going kind of through a period where I was like, I wasn't really scared of turning 30, but I was scared of turning 30 without having done or achieved all the things that I wanted to achieve. You know what I mean? My thing was more like, okay, when I turn 30, by the time I'm 30, I want to have done this and this and this and that. And I want to have achieved this and this and this and that. And I don't know, since I started college, because I just graduated, since I started college, I have been worried about these things, because I didn't have much time during college to juggle it with making content and all of these things that are my passion, right? And I was scared that I was not gonna do much by the time that I turned 30, you know what I mean? Because I don't know, I don't know, because when you're young, supposedly you look prettier, everybody likes how younger people look, and I wanted to do these things at a young age. I don't know, I guess it's an ego thing or whatever. But her thing was just turning 30. And to me, the way I see it is, I'm not really scared of turning 30 years old. I'm not. I mean, it's better to turn 30 than not turning 30. You know what I mean? It's, you want to die tomorrow and not turn 30 ever? Obviously not, right? So, I mean, my thing is just, okay, so she, honestly, her lifestyle is not really, at this age, at least her and I, our situation is, our only responsibility is studying. And that's it. That's all that is asked and required and expected from us. Whether you make content or not, you have a side hustle or not, whether you're developing this or that skill, do whatever you want, have fun, hang out with your friends, but this is what you have to do. You have to study. And then when you finish school, then you have to work. That's your responsibility. And we don't have kids. We don't have that responsibility yet. Um, what was I gonna say? The thing is, like, she has hobbies, but I think they're passive hobbies. They're more like, okay, watching TV shows, watching movies, playing video games. And I'm not saying doing those things is bad, but they're not quote unquote productive. You know what I mean? I mean, if you consider them productive, then they are productive to you. But what I'm saying is that she didn't really have, or at least she didn't tell me she had any like specific like goals in life. Like, what do you want to do in life? Who do you want to become? You don't have to have it figured out at 22, right? I've always known what I wanted to do from like a very young age, but I know that this is not the case for a lot of people. What I'm saying is that when you don't have these goals in mind, when you don't know exactly what you want from this life, you can be like in this state where it's like, okay, I'm just having fun, I'm just being entertained in my free time or whatever. And when you have a lot of free time, you are not only watching TV shows and stuff like that, but you're also thinking about all these things. You know what I mean? Your brain goes to the worst places ever, and you start thinking, oh, but I'm turning 30 one day, or oh my God, what if I get diagnosed with a deadly illness, or what if this happens, what if that happens? You know what I mean? You start worrying about things that haven't happened yet because you don't have a lot of stuff to do. And this usually happens to her, and this happened to me, and this happens to a lot of people who have free time at some point. And when you have free time and you don't really know what to do or you're not doing much, let's be honest, you start thinking about these things. So the advice that I can give you is, if you ever feel like if you feel existentially sad or scared or whatever, it's totally fine, but give yourself things to do. Give yourself things to do, because I'm scared of turning 30 without having done this and this and this and that. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of turning 30. I hope I turn 30 one day, because I don't know if I'm going to live tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to live next month, next year. Anything can happen. An accident, an illness, you name it. You know what I mean? Recently, my mom's cousin was diagnosed with cancer, literally last week, and it was a shock to the family. And it's not the first time this happens to the family. I mean, also, like, I think it was 10 years ago, another cousin of my mom's died, and she was 50 years old. And 7 years ago, I think it was, that was my mom's aunt in law. But, like, they were very close. She died at 69. And also this year, another family member died, and it was my mom's aunt, another aunt, and she was 73, no, 69 as well. I don't remember. What I'm saying is that they all died of cancer. And there's people who die from accidents, from alcoholism, you name it, whatever. But what I'm saying is that we can't help these things from happening. These things are sad. These things are unexpected. They are depressing because there's nothing you can do about it, and it's infuriating that these things happen. And we can't stop these things from happening. And I would worry about this the whole time when I was in college. I was like, I don't have much time. I'm not sleeping much. I'm not working out. I don't have time to do what I love, which is making videos and all these things. And all I'm doing is studying. And for what? What if I get diagnosed with cancer tomorrow and I have 3 months to live? And I haven't lived yet. You know what I mean? And I would worry about those things. And so what I'm doing right now is just live day by day. Live day by day. Who cares? Turning 30, turning 40, turning 50. Is it happening now? No. Don't worry about things that are not happening right now. They're not taking place right now. And you can't even stop them from happening. You have no control over how fast time passes, the things that happen in life. Try to take control over the things that you can take control over. Enjoy every day. Tomorrow is not granted. Next month is not granted. Next year is not granted. Who knows what's going to happen to you or to other people? Just enjoy your health, your time, your loved ones, and live day by day. What am I doing right now? Have I been procrastinating not getting my driver's license this summer? Yes. Have I procrastinated? Okay, so I'm going to tell you what happened. I wanted to make content, a lot of content, but I was like, I'm going to prioritize getting my driver's license. But because I don't have a deadline, I was procrastinating getting my driver's license, but I wasn't even procrastinating making content. So I was procrastinating making content because I was getting my driver's license, and I was procrastinating getting my driver's license because doing other things like watching TikToks and stuff. So what I've been doing these days, and this is the third day, I'm making this channel, I'm making videos every day, and I'm glad that I came across this format of content that is not really, it's kind of low maintenance because I'm not editing or anything. And I'm doing what I love every single day, and I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna get into my master's degree. I know that it's gonna be hard. I know that it's gonna be time consuming, but at least I'm gonna be doing this every day. At least I can get to make a YouTube video every day, something that I'm proud of and something I'm excited about. And this keeps me going. Literally, it's what keeps me going. And so this is what I'm doing. I'm making videos, which is what I want to do. It's my passion, making content. And I'll make more content when the master's degree ends. And it's just 1 year. Whatever. It's less than a year. But anyway. So that's when I'm going to have more time to make content, whatever. But for now, I'm making these videos. I'm making TikToks. I'm going to try to make them every day if possible. And this is my way from now on to live day by day. Doing what I enjoy. Spending at least an hour or two every day doing what I love. As if it was a duty, as if it was my responsibility. I'm going to devote 2 hours of my day to do something that I really, truly enjoy. Whatever it is that you like. If you like painting, paint something. If you like dancing, everybody has 15 minutes at least. Turn on the music for 15 minutes and just dance. Like, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Whatever you're passionate about, you're not guaranteed whether you're going to live tomorrow, next week, or not. Just whatever you really, really, truly enjoy, you really, really want to do it. You have a little bit of time in your day, just do it. You know what I mean? And prioritize your health. well, obviously this is easier said than done because I wasn't prioritizing my sleep a lot when I was in college because I wanted to pass my subjects, and I ended up passing my subjects. I didn't feel a single, I'm not bragging, but I'm telling you, I never failed a single subject in my life, college included. But I was not prioritizing sleep. I was not prioritizing exercising. Like I could go for months without exercising, without sleeping much. I would sleep 5 hours a day, sometimes even less. Like it's so scary because I'm like, dude, this is really bad for the health. But anyway, I don't want to think about it. From now on, I'm gonna try to prioritize my health and devote a little bit of time to do the things that I want to do. And that way, you will stop thinking about all these things. Give yourself things to do, things that motivate you, things that you have to get done, whatever it is, and you will stop thinking about all of these things, you know? For instance, I have a crush, right? And when I started procrastinating more and more, I was thinking about him more and more because I had more time to think about BS, and part of that BS was him. It's literally, I mean, I like someone, I know they don't like me back. It's just useless to think about them. When I was doing my stuff and I was worried about things that had to do with my life and what I wanted to do, I wasn't thinking about them at all in the slightest. And when I didn't have a lot of stuff to do because I was procrastinating, I was thinking about him because I had nothing else to do. And since I've been making these videos, since the day I started posting my first video, since the day I posted my first video, what am I saying? I don't know. Um, I haven't really thought about him. I haven't even checked his profile on social media. I haven't been stalking him or anything. Because now this thing motivates me and I'm excited about this and I'm thinking about this. This is what's motivating me, not thinking about a guy just because he looks good and we have stuff in common. He doesn't like me. Bleh. You know what I mean? My friend also has a crush. And when we were in school, she was thinking about him every now and then, whatever. And then when summer started, boom. She was also thinking about him for the entire day because we didn't have much else to do. So if you really want to get over a crush, if you really want to get all of those angsty or anxiety thoughts away from your head, give yourself something to do. Do something that motivates you. And that is going to be your way of enjoying this time on earth whilst you have it. And it's going to be your way of taking care of your mental health, taking care of yourself. And yeah, just enjoying the present, because there's a saying in Spanish, I don't know if it also exists in English. I think it's the past is history, the present is a gift, and the future is a mystery. So yeah, the present is a present. So yeah, um, I'll leave you guys on that note. I hope this motivated you. I hope this helped you. If it helps at least one person out there, that makes me feel really good. So yeah, hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.